Grab your coffee. It's time for our Sunday morning energy reading for the week to come. Brian Noe with you from Cards of Light for our Sunday morning spread. I'm going to do 3 cards this time around instead of our usual 4 for Sunday mornings. We've got the Empress in the first position. In the middle, we have the Queen of Discs. Lots of strong feminine energy to get us going here. And then the Hanged Man over on the right. So 2 majors with this Court card in the middle for this week. So opening influences for the week to come, maybe waning influences as we get on into the weekend. We have this Empress card. So this Empress card represents green spaces and creativity and Mother Nature, nurturing that sort of very beautiful, warm energy that just feels like you're being wrapped up in a nice, soft hug. And so as we go into the week to come, that's a good energy to take with us. It would be good if we can to remember to get out into green spaces this week, to spend some time with our bare feet on the ground if we're in a place where we can do that, and to get some fresh air, to get out. We're not talking about like vigorous exercise and that kind of stuff, but just getting out in the fresh air and the green spots and taking that all in and remembering that we are not separate from the earth, that we're not separate from nature, that we're a part of that, and we're inextricably bound to that, and to our fates are bound with the fate of the planet. And so it's a good thing to bear in mind this week, and a good thing to try as much as we can to bring into our lives. In the middle here, we have this Queen of Discs, and she represents similar energies, but a little more of the practical aspects of that. So we can talk about Mother Nature over here, but here we can talk about how we're living in the world. Here we talk about nurturing as kind of a general principle, but here we're talking about hospitality and feeding other people and taking care of their immediate physical needs. So moving a little bit from this major with its deep spiritual influences to something a little more practical and grounded. After all, discs are the cards of the earth, the suit of earth, of the element earth. And this queen representing the all of the feminine aspects of that. So she is, in terms of elements, water of earth. And so we should be looking for these influences in our life, but we should also be those influences. Not a bad idea in this week to come to look around our community and at people who are in need, people who have maybe are not getting their basic human needs met in terms of food and clothing and shelter and that sort of thing, and finding something that we can do in at least some small way to help to offer that to them in a way that is very direct and concrete. So this could be preparing a meal for a homeless shelter, something along those lines. Anyway, I would bear that in mind this week, and it is a good energy to kind of keep in the front of our minds most of the time. Anyway, if we have an opportunity to provide help to others in a very direct way that helps to meet their basic human needs, then that's always a good thing to do. But especially in this week to come, that may be a worthwhile thing to get involved with if we can. Okay, over here we have our other major, the Hanged Man. As we move on through the week, we've seen this card a lot during 2025, and it represents self-sacrifice, represents looking at things from a different point of view, and represents a willingness and a practice of being true to our own deepest values and our own motivations, and not going along with what everybody else is doing just in order to kind of fit in. This guy's hanging upside down. And of course there are, the nails and that kind of stuff. So there is an echo of the cross there. And so sacrifice, laying it all out on the line for others, but also, being upside down, looking at things from a completely different perspective and not going along with the crowd, kind of forging our own path based on our deepest truths. So really valuable guidance in the cards all the way down the line. Let's take care of ourselves spiritually by getting out into nature. Let's do what we can to help meet others' direct needs this week. And in all that we do, let's try and get in touch with the deepest parts of who we are and live those out in the world. Not be afraid to approach things from a different perspective, our own unique point of view, and not be afraid to live out our own truth. So that's the way I would see these three cards. And I'd love to hear what you think. If you've got thoughts about these cards, or if you've got questions either about this spread or about the practice of tarot, you can leave comments here or pop on out to the weblog at atarotjourney.com, and my contact information is all there. We will see you soon. I hope you have a lovely week. And until next time, I wish you peace. Take care.